Hey everybody, got another Bible review coming for you here today. This one is Every Man's Bible. This one is a New Living Translation Bible. It says it's Every Man's Bible, a Bible for every battle every man faces. Excuse me. So this is the Deluxe Explorer Edition, they're calling it, and there's several different ones that you can get in this. I know I looked earlier a couple of days ago at a little Bible, little journaling coloring Bible for girls. So this one is for the men. Maybe if I know Father's Day is coming up here, actually pretty quick, I think. So this is something that maybe you want to get your daddy or brother or husband, whatever it may be. This is something to look at. This one I'm going to show you here is a very nice Bible. It's thumb indexed. It comes in this clamshell Bible, and just like all the other reviews that I do, I want to take a look at the actual Bible itself, and then we'll look at the box and some of the features that they say are in it. First of all, this one is a leather-like. It's not an actual leather Bible, but it does have a perimeter stitching around it, as you can see here, which is a neat little thing that I personally like. I think it helps the look of a Bible greatly when you have one that's perimeter stitched. This one says right here, it's we got some ghost imprinting, every man's Bible, and so it's stitched all the way around, and in the back, of course, it has it again. It has one little brown ribbon, and it's gold gilding around, and it's thumb indexed. Imagine that. Thumb indexing is hard to come by these days. I prefer a thumb index just like this with the little tabs on it. The very first Bible I ever bought was thumb indexed, so that may be why. Let's talk about the inside here. Let's talk about the cover itself. I like the cover on this one. It does have a paste down cover on the inside, as you can see here. It has like a little world map as the sheets here. And another great thing about this Bible is it is Smith sewn. And so here you have your little presentation page, and you can see here you get a place to put your name and everything. And this one is actually more of a personal size Bible, so it's going to be hard for me to hold it around and show you the actual insides of it, so bear with me on this. Let's see. So this Bible comes in 4 different formats. It comes in a hard cover, a soft cover, a leather-like Deluxe Explorer Edition. That's what we have here. This is the Deluxe Explorer Edition, and it also has a Deluxe Messenger Edition. So 4 different formats to choose from. This one is very nice. And so in this, we will take it page at a time and show you a few things about it. Now, anytime you get a new Bible, you need to turn to this page right here, the very beginning introductory page. And it tells you how this Bible is laid out and how to study it, the tools that's going to be in it to show you how to get the most out of it. Here you have book introductions, study notes, men, women, and God, someone you should know, and I will show you these as we go through this Bible. What the Bible says about, spotlight, perspective, personal gold, what's the point? So these are various different things throughout this that you're going to find. Here you have the introduction to the New Living Translation. The pages are stuck together because it is brand new. Okay. So here's some articles in the beginning of this. It's what is the Bible all about? It gives you that. A band of brothers. These are articles at the very beginning of it. Praying together. It talks about that. Of houses and kids. So here's where you're going to find all of your little articles at the beginning. Here is, and this is something I thought was unique about this one. This is your Tyndale Bible verse finder. It covers verses on abortion. Right here it gives you the page number, abuse, accountability, accusations, adolescence, which is something that people need to be able to know where to go to find those things. Anger, antichrist, appearance, adultery, so just various different ones. I can't go through all these for time's sake, but that's what you're looking at here. Very, very many pages, as you can see. I mean, I'm turning multiple pages at a time. Then you come to here and you have, and these are in alphabetical order, like the anger, where you find those places at. Here's your 1 year reading plan. It gives you the dates and what you're supposed to read. Several pages of that, if I can make it through it. And then here is finally the beginning of your Old Testament. So you can see that many pages right there at the beginning of this Bible is full of this. That's why I say it's a great tool. You could get your father, your husband, your brother, whatever it may be. This is a great little basic study Bible that they can carry with them to church, to read out of, to study out of. I really like the format of what they're doing here in this one. So here you go. You have your Genesis, book introduction, what's the book about, who wrote it, worth memorizing notes, the breakdown of it. It gives you kind of a little outline of each thing, key concepts, scorecard, and it's got Adam and Eve, and of course the first man, the first woman, it tells about them. And then as you go through, you will see, here's a timeline. And so what you have, once you get to the actual text, is your timeline here. You have double column format, topical subheadings. I can't talk for some reason. And then down here below, you have your notes as far as your verse by verse notes. And this is one of the points in this study Bible is what's the point of Genesis, and it gives you a little information there. Here's an article about time, what the Bible says about time. Talks about creation. Here is a character. It says someone you should know. Adam coming in first. Talks about the creation. Men, women, and God. A little article over here on the side. It'd probably help if I can get that over here where you can actually see it. This Bible does have, it's a smaller print. It's probably 8-point type, I'm guessing. It doesn't say on the box, but anyway. Naked and unashamed. And so you're going to find these things throughout. Abraham, don't stop to ask directions. An article. This is the things you're going to find throughout this as you go through. And I've got to make this quick. I've barely scratched the surface in the first part of this, and we're already at 8 minutes. So here's a spotlight place. Some of the things you're going to find through here. The reluctant candidate. It's hard to read upside down. Another article on Moses. And so you're going to find character profiles. You're going to find all these various different things. Here's a good look at the text page. Nothing really in it except some notes down here at the bottom, some references at the bottom. Double column. The paper on this one's actually pretty good. You don't see a whole lot of ghosting in behind it. I want to see if there's anything else that I want to include that I may have missed out. Here's a good article. What's the Bible say about perseverance? 2 pages worth on that. Here's one about what the Bible says about drinking. So, various different things throughout of it. I want to get to the New Testament. And this, of course, is a black letter text. It doesn't have the words of Christ in red. And when you get all the way back here to the back at Revelation, you will see the various different places where you can find articles. I can get it up here where I can get it to stay. Men, women, index, and God. Personal gold about the authors. It talks about the authors and throughout, and then of course in the back you have your full colored maps and your end sheet. Like I said, I try to keep these under 15 minutes, and when I start getting behind, it's hard for me to include everything in these study Bibles. There's just so much in them. I try to do the best I can. I didn't see any negatives about this one. It is Smithsonian. I think this is a great little Bible. Like I said, if you want to give as a gift to your daddy or your brother or your husband. Now, some of the things I want to talk about, of course, here on the back, gives you the features. It says tools for real life, thousands of study notes, plus a host of spotlights, perspective, and what's the point call-outs, what the Bible says, hard-hitting instructions for the Bible on work, sex, competition, time management, and much more. Men, women, and God, the truth behind the myths and the information about men, women, and God. Book introductions, someone you should know, that's the character profiles, and personal goal. And throughout, it has those little sections from various different writers. Of course, here's Tony Evans, David Jeremiah, Chuck Swindoll, and a few others that I know right off the top of my head. And those are full page articles. But like I say, this is a great little tool if you want to give your daddy or somebody. You can't go wrong with this one. I like the size of it. I like the color. I like the perimeter stitching around it. I like the feel of it. Great little Bible. I'll try to get it back in the box here. But this is every man's Bible. A Bible for every battle every man faces. And so you can check these out at Amazon, at christianbookstore.com, or at Tyndale. It doesn't give a price on them. I'm sure they're probably $30 or $40. Worth your time to check out, especially since Father's Day is coming up. So here it is. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you don't miss any of my reviews, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks.